though. Brilliant!
If New York is the city that never sleeps, then football is the sport that never stops. You thought the season just ended? Think again. The transfer season has begun. Welcome to Sports Match Shows TV. We are always glad to be your company. Radic, the EPL club have already started and are active in this transfer window.
Yes, we can see that the mid-table clubs and the lower table clubs are active right now in the market. I guess the bigger clubs are still surveying, trying to monitor a few players this season. So I think that's how the windows have been playing out right now.
And that makes sense because you look at Arsenal, for instance, no player has come in yet.
Yes, no players coming yet, but they released 2 players. Maitland-Niles has been deemed the surplus and has been released, and also Pablo Mari has been sent to Monza. So that's pretty much all they've done this season presently.
And then, okay, Aston Villa will be playing in Europe.
Yeah.
They were 7th last season.
Yes.
And it isn't a surprise, going by what you said too, that it's only Yuri Telemans that has come in on a free transfer.
As a matter of fact, I see that as a very good signing. Although I rated Yuri Telemans higher than that. Probably
higher than Aston Villa.
Yeah, higher than Aston Villa. Probably 2 seasons ago, he would have gotten into an Arsenal team. But for some reasons, he decided to stay in Leicester. And I think he almost paid for it. Nobody expected him to go down with Leicester City. But right now, he's back in Aston Villa. And it's a good deal for Aston Villa because he's such a talented player. And he's going to be a very good addition to the team.
All right. So, and then they've got European competition under their belt.
Yes.
So they will want to beef up not just their squad, but they also need more players.
As a matter of fact, they need more players than they had last season.
Yeah.
Some players have to go, while some players need to come in. I believe they should be able to sign nothing less than 5 players as addition to the squad to play the European League.
I'm talking about players that need to go. Ashley Young
already
left.
Yes, already gone.
You know, so Ashley Young has left. He was released from the club, and I think Jack Steer too is out of.
Yes. You know, is that it was long overdue for Ashley Young. He has just been trying to stay in football for too long, but I think he has realized that the body is not really going to allow him keep up anymore. So
Ashley Young, well done. Thank you for such a fantastic performances. You know, we followed anybody who followed Ashley Young
from the winger to a defender,
Man United, even to Inter, and back to the Premiership.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You know, moving forward, Man City too. Like you said, characteristically, they have been quite cagey.
Nothing
players coming.
I expected that because the team that won the Champions League last season is still strong enough to win another Champions League next season.
But it's just that you look at the team, can they still be improved?
They can always improve, you know, like Alex Ferguson model. A player or 2 have to come in every season just to keep players on their toes, so that you don't feel too relaxed and feel we are the owners of the team. We are going to play. So they still need to sign players, and I think that is where Kovacic comes in as a plug and play
in the midfield. Indeed.
So
beyond Kovacic, I still see them that they will still want to test the transfer market.
Yeah, trust Guardiola to bring in some players you don't really know about.
Have they really replaced Fernandinho?
No, but they are now playing a different kind of football that doesn't require that much muscle.
I think that in some matches you require that Fernandinho kind of player.
Yes, you do. But if you take a club like Chelsea right now, once Kante is gone, it's going to be hard to replace that kind of player.
Yeah.
So I think that is the same thing they are actually undergoing right now.
Or is it the fact that, you know, the way we used to see football in that central midfield position, that water fetcher, that sealant,
yes,
perhaps more and more players are not going to evolve that way anymore.
Yes, just like the striking position.
Mm.
The way the number 9 is evolving right
Out
now.
and out striker. We are seeing them. They are leaving.
Yeah, you only have the last of the dying breeds right now.
now.
So I think that position also is also experiencing the same transition.
Wow.
Yes.
But in Gondwana, they have lost a very good player. Individual too.
Yes, but it was about time anyways, because age-wise, age is no longer on his side. So I think releasing him right now is the best.
But it wasn't age for Benjamin Mendy.
Yes, it wasn't age for Benjamin Mendy. Too many sagas, scandals, right and left. So obviously, if he gets back into the team, he wasn't going to really offer much.
Best that he left too.
Yes, best.
All right, so moving on, we get to Man United. Man United, where is Victor Osimhen? No players coming at Man U up till now.
No players coming for Man U, and it's quite disappointing because I think they really need to improve that squad. Last season, this guy is back to his club. Sabitzer is back.
Weghorst has left.
Weghorst have left. Good riddance. However, they still need to beef up that squad. That squad is not strong enough to challenge for the title, and it's not strong enough to go all the way in Europe. So they really need to beef up that squad. I just see that squad as a squad that can fight for top 4 finishes, and if they are not careful, they won't get it this season.
Get into Europa.
Thank you very much.
But it's why during the season, everybody talked about how Victor Osimhen was going to improve Man U. We felt it was a no-brainer that as soon as the transfer window opened, boom, the deal will be done.
It's not always that easy, especially for a player the club got for about $70 million. You don't expect them to sell him cheap. I still read earlier today that they want 150 million euros for Osimhen. So if you want that kind of player, you should be ready to cough out at least 100.
Do you think Man U will get this deal done?
I don't see them getting it done.
Do you see Osimhen leaving Napoli this season?
That's going to be an issue because the way it's going, I don't think any club will come for him for the amount, for the price tag they are placing on him. So you might end up seeing Osimhen in Napoli for another season.
A disgruntled Osimhen will not be good sight in Napoli. Napoli, you need to get this deal done. All right. At Newcastle, you wouldn't say anything to us. Any players coming?
Yeah, only a player and who has been.
No, that cannot be a signing. Yakubu Minte came in. Yakuba Minte, and then he was loaned out again. So
it's a signing because they paid money for him.
It's an addition to the player list.
As long as you are parting with money, it's a signing. So it counts as a signing. And he wasn't loaned back to the same club. He was loaned back to another club.
To get experience.
Yeah, to get experience. He was already getting experience in the club he was gotten from.
Maybe to get better experience.
Yes, to get better experience. So we expect that. Mount also went to Eredivisie and got the experience, came back.
So Newcastle too have not signed any new player.
Yes, they've not signed any new player. And
they have moved on Chris Wood for £50 million.
Yes, they've also left the other midfielder. They've also let Mount Longstaff go. So I think they really need to beef up that squad also if they want to really go after that title this season, or if they want to go far in the Champions League.
It will be the day when Newcastle gets the EPL.
I don't see them getting it any sooner.
And when you were saying that, could it even cross their mind that they have a shot at the EPL title? Last
season they overachieved with the crop of players they had.
All right.
Because out of all those players they had, we could only say Bruno Guimaraes and later Isak.
But Almiron too was fantastic.
Almiron was fantastic.
Like you said, they have quite a number of players.
Yes, no, Almiron wasn't gotten for big money. I'm talking about big money players right now. Okay. So I think they need to make more big money signings. Well, about 2, say maybe.
More effective signings, Newcastle.
Yeah, effective, but big money also. Players that are ready to come and prove themselves in the EPL. Players that are confident in their talent.
Okay, but Liverpool, you think they've done some form of business and decent business, if you ask me.
by allowing
Firmino
uh,
left,
Chamberlain,
James
James
Milner
Milner,
left, Naby
Naby
Keita
Keita
left.
left. The only thing they've done is they've tried to put spine in that team.
And then they brought in a quality
They
midfielder.
brought in the quality midfielder in Alexis McAllister.
Yeah,
It's a very good signing because we've always complained about the midfield.
Mm.
We know them to always play without the midfield. People in the midfield just play their parts.
Mm.
But the wings, the wing and the fullbacks and the front three, you are used to carrying Liverpool all the way. You know, so now they have a spine. Let's see other additions they can make. We are getting the rumors that they want to get Thuram's son, Kefren. Let's see how it goes. Let's see whether they can make better signing also to replace those players that have left.
All right. Moving on at Brighton. Now, Brighton appears to be one of the top 7 clubs from last season.
Yes.
That have been active so far.
Yes, and they are beginning to make their intentions known.
All right.
Yeah, Pedro, for instance, coming in.
Yeah, Pedro,
and Hood Mahmoud
from Borussia Dortmund.
From Borussia Dortmund also coming in, and I expect them to make also some other signings. They see them in the last couple of years. They've been making very, very good signings. Even when they are losing players, you see them bringing in players to fit in that role that has been left vacant. And I don't know how their scouting system is, but it's just been on point.
All right. So you are saying that McAllister will not be missed?
McAllister will not be missed. Wow. I know that. Ben White wasn't missed.
Caicedo?
Cucurella wasn't missed.
Yes,
wasn't missed. And Caicedo will not be missed also.
You say he's leaving?
He's most likely leaving. He's most likely leaving.
All right. What do you think at Tottenham? A new manager, but not much has been done in the transfer market.
They've done
two loan deals have been made permanent. But beyond that, Kulusevski
and
Poro. Yeah.
Beyond that, all they have is a player that has gone out. Lucas Moura. I know you speak highly of him. I don't really see much in his game though. But
my type of player, hardworking, team player. No complaints.
Not really technical for me.
Well, he's a Brazilian.
Okay.
Yeah, it's difficult to say Brazilian is not technical.
No, it's not technical. It's all about the dribbles. All about the dribbles.
But are Tottenham looking like a club that wants to challenge for the top 4?
Tottenham are looking pretty much like Chelsea right now. I think we are birds of same feather in London. Now we are going to flock together this season.
But you even think Tottenham are better?
Yes.
They've still got Harry Kane.
Yeah, they still got Harry Kane is about to leave.
Well, as of the time of this shoot, they still have Harry Kane.
Harry Kane will most likely leave. As a matter of fact, Harry Kane, I will be disappointed if Harry Kane doesn't leave, because at this point he has done everything for the club, and he needs to take his leave.
Now that is one player that will be really difficult to replace. All right. So looking at the rest of the bunch, who would you say has been active in the window? Chelsea, for instance, 2 players.
Chelsea just 1 player for now. Okay, 2 players. If we say 2 players, we'll say 2 players we already knew were coming.
Okay.
Nkunku, we knew Nkunku was coming since the January window.
All right.
And we also knew Malo was coming also since January. We bought him, loaned it back to Lyon, and now he's coming back.
How about the guy from Villarreal, Nicholas Jackson?
Yeah, it's not been confirmed yet, but it's almost complete. We'll say it's 80 to 90% complete. Then, really, I don't see him as, he's a good signing, but I think even with Nicholas Jackson, we still need a striker. Chelsea needs a striker.
Very well.
Yes.
And then Brentford, two guys are coming from Freiburg.
Yes, that shows their intention, because Freiburg was a revelation last season in the Bundesliga. They played very well, and getting 2 of their players,
Flecken and Shade,
and Shade, that is a very those were very, very good signings. But I can't really say same about Beckham.
Okay.
Because bringing in Beckham,
Okay, the son of David Beckham.
yeah, bringing in Beckham from Inter Miami, you are talking about a player that is 20 years old right now. A player who is 20 should have been spoken highly about from when they were 15, 16, 17. And we are just hearing about him now, and you're bringing him into the squad. I'm thinking, are you trying to sell the name?
Well,
maybe you are trying to sell the brand.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, if we can sell half as many shirts as his dad did, and make half as many effective crosses as his dad did, it would be a good signing.
Yeah.
But of the promoted clubs, so far, which has stood out?
To me, none.
Burnley, Luton.
To me, none. Maybe Burnley has signed 2 players, but I don't see that as standing out. They need to start making those signings. I don't expect them to make as many as Nottingham Forest, changing the whole squad. But you expect that a team coming from the championship should overhaul. At least you should be able to leave out like close to half of your team and bring new
experience.
Yes, now
big names
that are ready to hit the ground running, that are ready to make impact in the Premier League, because you can't use the same set of players
in the
championship. Remember, Okocha got all City back into the Premier League, and they let him go because you cannot use those same old players in the championship for the EPL. It's another ball game entirely.
Indeed. But would you think this summer, Ravi, that the EPL would beat every other European country in the amount of money spent during the transfer window?
That has always been the case.
But you look at the big clubs,
that has always been the
much
case.
Business so far.
Yeah, not much business so far. That has always been the case, because other countries, other leagues are prudent, except for maybe the Spanish La Liga. Other leagues are prudent in their spending, they are conservative. But EPL will love to bring in all those players, and our TV rights will cover for them. The money we make will cover for them. But this season, if you look at Man City, they don't really need many players. So I don't see them buying many. Chelsea are selling right now. They most likely won't buy as much as they will sell.
So if they will lead the rest of Europe,
so we will lead the rest of Europe.
It will still be toned down.
It will be toned down. It won't be like the previous seasons. Every season they set new records in terms of transfer activities. But this season I see it dropping a little.
All right. So thank you guys. There you have it from us. But like we said, it's still early days. The transfer window will be open till September 1. Trust us that will keep you informed. All you need to do is to stay in tune. Make sure that you subscribe, like this page, always drop your comments, and watch out for our subsequent releases. We'll be seeing you shortly. Bye.